I don't understand why my wife, Jody, just won't obey me like she said in her wedding vows. I'm the man, she's the woman, that's her job.
My husband Frank's been a dominating spouse since the day I met him.
I just want her to do what she's supposed to do. Clean the house, take care of the kids, cook the food, and if people want to call me a male chauvinist for that, so be it. All I'm asking is a clean house.
When Frank comes home, he's asked us to take his shoes off, untie them, take his boots off, pull his socks off.
She puts the kids first before me. But I feel like the man is head of the house. The woman is under the man, the children are under the parents, and I have scripture to back it up. I'm the man, that's my job, and that's the way it's been for thousands of years.
You disagree with his concept of what the roles are supposed to be in this relationship.
Oh yeah.
Tell me why.
Because I feel like a man and woman should be equal. You should be one. You shouldn't have to obey your spouse.
Uh-huh. You disagree with that, Frank?
Yes, I do. Scripture says that we are to, the head of the man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, the husband. And then the children should follow. And I'm just trying to do what I know to do. I've never been married before. My dad died when I was a kid. You know, I live with aunts and grandmothers and stuff. I don't know how to be. I wanted to learn how to be, so I'm trying to learn.
Well, you're kind of editing that scripture.
And?
You kind of left the second part of that out. It says, husbands, love your wives as the church.
Right.
And let's go over how you're loving your wife as the church, as you say. You say women are, quote, sluts and whores.
I've never said that.
Does he say that or not?
Yes, he has. He says if you don't physically go out there and earn a paycheck, you are not worthy, and most women are whores and sluts, and they're not ladies anymore.
Okay, that's either your position or it's not. There's no point in coming here. If you're going to say it at home, say it here. I mean, own it. If you didn't say it and she's lying, then we'll deal with her dishonesty here.
I don't recall ever saying that all women are that way. I just don't remember saying that.
Well, have you called her a bloodsucker, a leech, and a mooch?
I don't remember saying a bloodsucker.
Now, you got advice and counsel not to marry him.
Yes.
And that doesn't make you feel good towards your mother-in-law.
Well, no.
Are you a bully?
No.
It sounds like you're a bully. It sounds like you're bullying her. And
how do you mean by bullying her?
Well, telling her what to do, how to do it, when to do it, calling her names, trying to isolate her from her family, and then standing up on some kind of scriptural high horse as a justification for it. That's what I mean.
Okay, if I'm trying to keep her from her family, it's only her mother, because her mother comes over every single day and also gets her upset because she will cause her to cry and scream, and she gets her so upset that I don't know what to do.
Well, your mother-in-law's here. So, Vicki, what do you want to say?
First of all, I don't get Jody upset on the phone. They haven't got along from day one. The first time.
So why did y'all get married?
Preacher told me it was the right thing to do. I was pregnant with my second child.
Why did you agree to come here today?
I just wanted to find out, am I the worst guy that she's saying I am, or does she help out in the matter?
Okay, but you've got to have some compass about this. I mean, were you raised by bears?
Well,
I mean, come on, seriously.
I wasn't raised by bears.
Do you honestly believe that it is right and reasonable to have the attitude that women are all sluts and whores? First off, that is your attitude, correct? You feel that way about an awful lot of women in this world?
A lot of women, but only because I grew up with women, and I watched how that they dressed themselves and how they considered their own selves. And therefore, I didn't see them any different than they saw their own selves.
Okay, so you just see them the way they see themselves, and that happens to be as sluts and whores.
A handful of women that I grew up with, yes, I did.
Why have you allowed yourself to be subjected to this for all this time?
Because I was scared to leave.
So you feel like you've stayed because you have nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. So where do you have to go now?
Nowhere.
So is this just a false statement of strength on your part? I mean, is really the truth you got nowhere to go, and so you're not really going to do anything about it one way or the other?
I don't know what to do.
What do you want?
I just want him to love me and love the kids.
You know, we asked both of you to tell us your 10 defining moments, the 7 critical choices you had made in your life, the 5 pivotal people that you had encountered in the span of your life. She listed you as a pivotal person in her life, and she said the reason that she did that is because you were the one that broke her spirit, hurt her indescribably, and made her feel horrible about herself as a human being. I mean, do you think that she has a need here that's not being met?
Apparently so, yes.
You know, I've said it before, and you say you approach this because you're trying to do this in a spiritual way. The role of the man in the family is very clearly defined. You're to be a provider, a protector, a teacher, and a leader. Right. And provide means mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Your definition of a man needs to have all of those categories. You need to grade your paper in all of those categories. Am I nurturing my wife mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually? Your job is to do that for your wife and your children.
It's amazing how people can twist scripture to make it what is appealing to them. And, and I don't know if it's subconscious or if, intentionally done, but I feel like it happens quite a bit. It's interesting. That's a rough relationship. Hard for me to believe that she's still in it. But, there's more like that out there. Leave your comments. Let's talk about it.
Well, that's the man. That's the man that saw, that's the man that heard, that's the man that picked up the phone and blew the whistle on this whole deal. What do you think about what he had to say?
If he was here right now, I would gladly give him the biggest hug ever. Tell him that I love him. He saved my life. He saved her life, because who knows what they could have done to her.
Well, he told us the same thing. He said if he ever got to meet the two of you, he would give you a big hug too. So let's let that happen. Carlisle, come on out.
What's your name?
This is a real man right here.
But for you doing what you did, one or both of these young people might not be here today. How does it feel to see these two young people now?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of you guys.
Well, I don't agree at all with the dominating word. I was kind of...
You used the word control.
Yeah. I know I'm controlling, but I feel like I have to be because...
Are you just playing semantics here? Because I whooped out my Roget's Thesaurus and my Webster's Dictionary, and those are one-to-one synonyms.
I don't know. Domineering to me feels like a more physical type. I don't know. I try not to...
You're running the show.
I have to.
You're making the decisions.
I have to.
You're telling people what to do.
I have to.
Do you really want him to step up and do some things that he's not now doing?
Absolutely.
And you would allow that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just
Do you
don't know
believe
how
that?
to do it.
Do you believe that if you step up, she would allow that?
No, we've had this discussion many times.
And what
We've talked
happens?
about it and nothing happens.
But you also say every time that basically I have to instigate it, that the only way that you will step up is if I step down. Why can't we both make a step together and learn how? That's all I want.
Do you think that you've defined this as a parent-child relationship?
Yes, I believe that. Absolutely.
And once that takes hold,
It's hard to
where
stop.
there's an authority figure and a subservient figure, there is a parent and a child rather than adult to adult,
Right.
it's really hard to redefine that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're like running uphill,
Yes.
Yeah.
okay? But
But I feel like we're both just swimming upstream with, I mean, we can't make any headway at all.
does your controlling nature come from anxiety?
Probably. I
Because
really
you said I had no control before,
Right.
and so boy, I got it now, and I'm not going to turn loose of it. I'm hanging on.
That, and I also said to the producers that if I'm not in control, then I'm out of control. And for me, with my self-esteem issues, that just doesn't work for me. It is so uncomfortable and so hard for me to be in that position because I don't have any coping skills to feel anything otherwise.
So you got to be asking yourself the question, is this about him not being the man he needs to be, or is this about you and your personal issues, your personal baggage?
Right,
You feel like the alternative is being just totally swept away, out of control.
Right.
Which is what most controlling people do. They think, if I don't do this, the world will fall off its
Right,
axis,
right.
and I will be swept away, never to be heard from again,
Yeah.
so I'm going to hang on tight.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Okay, so it really doesn't have all that much to do with him.
Probably not.
It's about trusting yourself to be able to handle the imperfections of other people in the world. It's like you could give him something to go do. Y'all could sit down and say, okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a new division of labor in this family.
Right.
There are things you're going to handle, there's things I'm going to handle, and I'm going to let you do yours and I'm going to do mine. Okay? And at that point, you've got to be willing to let him do it imperfectly.
Right.
Because he won't do it the way you would do
Right.
it. He won't do it as well as you would do it.
Right.
He won't do it exactly, precisely the way you would want it done.
Right.
And that's going to be difficult for you to let that happen. But you know what you'll find out? Is that 80%'s okay.
Right.
80%'s okay because you can do 100%, but you only be in one place at one time.
Right.
You can delegate to somebody else and they might do 80%. So now you're in two places.
Right.
And that's 100 plus 80. You divide that, so that's an average of 90. That's pretty good.
Right.
Well, that's a rough situation. It definitely is about her, and I hope she was able to work out some of that because marriage is tough, parenting is tough. But one sole leader in a relationship is never going to work out. Leave your comments. Let's talk about it.
Donald says he uses retail therapy to make himself better because his mom is always at work. But is he willing to take a smaller allowance or no allowance so she doesn't have to work as much?
No, I'm not. She's gonna work more to raise my allowance. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
When you graduate high school at the end of the year, your allowance will be cut off.
Oh no.
You're going to have to work a job or
No.
two jobs.
I don't know why y'all clapping. No.
Because I can't do it
That's not gonna happen, bro.
I can't.
Let me ask you something. You're living in a small bedroom in your house, and he's in the master suite. Who pays for this house?
I do.
But you put him in the master suite, and you go down the hall and live in a smaller bedroom. Why is that? What did you say to yourself to make that okay?
Well, I gave him the bigger room because he has a lot more clothes than I do. I just let him take the bigger room with all his clothes, and I took the smaller room.
My question is why?
I don't
'Cause
know,
I'm a
Dr.
king.
Phil. I just need help with reparenting for us this whole situation
help's
with
here.
Ryan. Yes.
Yeah, help's here.
I really do.
Oh, help is here.
Okay.
Yeah, help is here. You know, he's been writing in, actually. He wrote to me on March 3rd of this year. He says, my mom thinks I have a spending and attitude problem. I want her to stop picking on me. I feel like she doesn't want me to have a normal teenage life. Every time I try to go out with my friends, she always wants to know where I'm going and who I'm going with.
Yes.
I just want Dr. Phil to talk to my mom and get us on better terms as far as our relationship and see if he can get my allowance raised.
Well, that allowance is not going to happen.
No, it's going to happen. So.
And I feel as though we will have a better relationship if he can learn to save money more and spend less. And we do normal things like a family, like go out to the movies, dinner.
He wrote
I can
on
spend more time with
4/11,
him.
he wrote the next month, and he says, I live with my mom and my little sister, and he says, I want to help with stop this drama and to make my mom raise my allowance. He wrote in June, says, I went shopping with my friends, and I went to the Gucci store and bought a pair of $500 shoes, and she got mad.
Yes.
I also
The
feel
spending
like
is out of control.
my allowance
Yes.
should be raised because $400 every 2 weeks is not cutting it.
It's not.
She thinks she can control me and the way I spend my money.
Yeah, my money. Once she give me my allowance, that's my money. I get
That's
to do
right.
whatever I want
Once
to do
she
with
gives it to you, it's yours. Once you give it to him, it's his.
Yes.
Until you give it to him, it's yours.
Yes.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
Because here's how much money you have. You get your allowance at her discretion. The woman you send down the hall to live in a small bedroom.
Yeah, that's right.
She can cut it off. She can turn it on.
No,
she can take
no,
it
it's
down.
not going to happen.
Yes, I can.
Because your credit card will end up missing, so.
I'm sorry?
Her credit card will end up
He
missing.
stole
so.
my credit card and charged up
Yeah.
$300 to $400.
You know, there's a term that describes that behavior. It's called felony.
Yes.
I am losing my mind as a mother. She obviously knows it's not okay, and you're giving him permission to continue this behavior by giving him the bigger bedroom. I'm so confused. And you have another child at home, obviously. That's a lot of problem. And he's just as arrogant as can be on national TV, not even caring, not even thinking he's wrong. Ooh, now he's gonna be an issue. Leave your comments. Let's talk about it.